good morning, and in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. But whenever you're watching this, I hope you all have a great time. So on to the episode, you are here with me as a new host. My name is Sunny, and of course, I'm not alone here. We are here with our spectacular guest speaker. Give applause, yay! Okay, since this is your first time, would you mind please introduce yourself to our lovely audience?
Okay, so first of all, Sunny, I want to say you are very amazing for putting the Truman Show reference, and thank you for inviting me. My name is Sultaniha Agisna, and you can call me Agisna, and I'm here honored to be a guest on this podcast.
Okay, thank you so much, Agishna, to be here with me. And you are currently in second semester, isn't it?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so how is it, second semester?
You join some, hectic or some
Yes.
some quite busy schedule. You get in yourself into some group and all. I mean, it is just like a new journey for me.
Yeah, of course. So you are busy, you're sibuk
Yes.
banget pasti kan?
Not really sibuk banget or busy. I think I still have my I still have myself to try some, refreshing things to clear my head, like watching movies and all. But I mean, if you say that I'm busy, maybe yes, but not super busy.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, because I just did like some three or two events back there, and yeah, it's quite hectic. But I still have myself to, to watch movies and all.
Of course, as a college student, you guys have to have a break, or you will be the one that break.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't push yourself too much.
Okay, talking about watching movie, Netflix recently just dropped a very interesting series called Adolescence. Adolescence is a British televisional psychological crime drama, and it gained popularity like because it released on March this year, and I've seen a lot of Instagram account, like not only on Instagram actually, but also from TikTok, Twitter, and many social media platform that talking about adolescence. And since you like to watch movie, have you watched it, I guess now?
Yes, I watched Adolescence. It's really amazing. I watched all of the four episodes in Adolescence, and it's breathtaking.
Oh, really? So you watch it, and could you please tell our curious audience what is the plot briefly?
So the plot on Adolescence is actually talks about Jamie, a 13-year-old boy who is accused for murdering a young girl whose name is Katie, and she is the same age as him. And the plot is actually just like that. The premise of the series is actually just like that. But what makes it interesting in the series is that it takes on a single continuous shot, so you could actually see a real events. Like you feel like you experience the whole events on why Jamie is murdering Katie.
Okay, so you have actually explained the plot briefly, but what is the most thing that you like from the series?
Okay, so like I said, that I like how this series is taken by a single continuous shot, so I can feel like I'm also entering the series.
Yes.
Which is really amazing, and I love how the series is divided into four episodes with each different perspective. Like in the episode one, we can see how Jamie's family is actually shocked about the news, how they feel like, oh, what's going on with my son. And in this second episode, we can see how Jamie's school react, we can see how his friend react about the case, we can see how furious his friends, how sad his friends and all. And in episode 3, we able to get to know what Jamie's really think and why he did the murder. And in episode 4, we can see a conclusion and also a bittersweet ending of how Jamie's family would accept the way Jamie really is.
Okay, so adolescents serve us various perspective from like various character, like not only from Jamie himself but also from his parents and his friends, of course. Like especially if you are Jamie parents, I don't know, like how disappointed, like oh my god, I failed as a parent.
My child is
My
a
child. Yes, and okay, like a lot of people actually also talk about how adolescents bring about incel culture.
Yes, so I mean, incel culture is kind of like heavily referenced in adolescence, but I think adolescence is, telling about incel culture. It's not really that direct. I think adolescent is trying to give the message of incels by, by hints like emojis, by how kids react, by how kids, like trying to say, oh, this is an incel, this is an incel, and as we all know that incel is in Indonesia is not that really famous, but outside of Indonesia is really quite known, and it's, by it is disampaikan oleh Andrew Tate, which, has been famously known for degrading women.
Oh my
Can I say
god.
that? So yeah, it is salah satu yang disebutkan juga sama Andrew Tate. So, jadi incel itu adalah something that he is quite famous for. And what is incel? Incel is a thing that men use to degrading women, to think that oh, kalau misalnya aku nggak punya cewek, aku nggak punya pasangan perempuan, then it is their fault, not mine gitu loh, because I am a gentleman gitu.
Yes, like they think they are an alpha male or something.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yes, it's so frustrating actually.
Yes, incel culture is very dangerous, especially for younger audience.
Mhm.
Like based on Aggie's explanation, I could tell that what motivates Jamie to murder his classmate Katie is because Katie rejected him.
Yes, we can see that in episode 3 that we know Jamie said that, oh, she rejected me. Oh, no, I mean, first, Katie is sad or depressed because of some various events that Katie's just been received, like harassment, I guess. And Jamie takes advantage of it because he thinks that, oh, if a woman is in her vulnerable state, then I could use this woman to get my own satisfaction, and he tried that to Katie, but out of his expectation, Katie is actually rejecting him. So Jamie feels like, no, this shouldn't be happen. Katie shouldn't be rejecting me because I am being kind enough, and that's why he killed Katie.
Yeah, and that's one of the messages that the series want to deliver to the audience, that what kid watch in their like this small device could actually affect that child mindset. And because Jamie often watch those kind of contents like entertain type of thing, yes, so it kind of motivate him to justify his action to murder his classmate, which is saddening. Like, you are a child, that's not how you're supposed to like do. And even if you are an adult, that's not how you're supposed to do, like treat your fellow friend, like no matter what gender, like equally and kindness. Yeah.
It is just how sad of I remember Jamie in episode 3 ever said like, it is a good thing that I didn't touch her.
Oh my god.
It's really heartbreaking for me to watch because Jamie thinks like that, as if that he actually able to control Kaylee out of her vulnerability, and it's just really disgusting for me.
So of course, as someone that is already reaching an adult age, we need to, like not we are not controlling our kids, not our kids, but like, like our sister or brother, like your younger generation. Like, we just kind of let them just play with their phone without actually knowing what kind of content they're consuming, and it's actually could be dangerous not only to their child, to the child itself, but also the people around them, like how Kelly eventually got murdered because of Jamie consume insult kind of contents. And yeah, it's very dangerous. But what is your talk about it, like what this series could actually tell us about?
I think the series could tell us about how a young audience can be consumed by media so much that they need like a parental guiding, or at least an education or an awareness to what media that they consume on internet. So because you know that these days we can't actually control the media, right? I
Yes.
mean, those negative impacts like incels, Andrew Tate type of thing, and
Yes.
we can exactly control that not to, just pop up on our screen. So we need to know that what's wrong and what's not, what's wrong and what's good. But Jamie couldn't do that. So that's why this series tells us about how an internet could give you a negative impact if you don't take it seriously.
So, folks, if you have a sister that just playing with their iPad or their phone, watch out, please. Please don't let them watch Undertale or like that.
They are not a typical iPad kid. Maybe they watch something dangerous that you could
Yeah.
never expect.
Yeah, like Skibby.
I mean, skimming is like a, it's like a. I think skimming is quite dangerous too. I mean, brain rot is basically a negative term itself because you always reply like tung 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 like in your head, and you
Yeah.
couldn't get that out, and it makes you not focus on everything you did. It is actually really dangerous. I mean, have you seen a video where a child just like skibidi skibidi?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen it on the internet. I think they're like having this, unusual condition with them that they just like skibidi skibidi.
Yes.
That's actually one of the result of unrestricted access of internet. Because speaking from someone that actually is coming from unrestricted access of internet too,
I mean,
if
me too.
yeah, if I could just turn back time, I would just like stop. Don't play with your phone, please. Do your homework instead.
Touch grass.
Yes.
I think it's kind of like shaping ourselves.
Yeah, adolescence tells about like how we should watch our sister or brother, and if we eventually become a parents, we should watch what kind of contents our child consume. And I think I've seen a lot of people talk about how in the end of the episode the parents were disappointed of themselves, like, oh, I failed as a parent. Yes. And if you were meeting Jamie, like, what would you tell to Jamie?
Ooh, I actually, don't like Jamie's character that much. I mean, Owen Cooper's his performance is actually amazing. It is really that amazing until I hate Jamie
Yes.
himself. But if I do meet Jamie, I think I want to say that media has just consumed you so much that you can actually do something harmful and dangerous enough. And I want him to know that he is indeed and in fact guilty for murdering Kate, not to be justified by his mindset.
Okay, so adolescence basically tells about to watch out our younger audience, like our younger generation, to not let them consume negative media that could affect their mindset. I think I've mentioned this several times, but yeah, like I think I watched one of the clip from this movie about that the parents like, oh, my child won't do things like that, because after he went back from school, he's just straight goes to goes to his room and just like stay there and not like going outside and do dangerous stuff with other kids. No, like in just one small room everything could happen. Like, we need to monitor it so that our child not become dangerous. Like, it's not only to not ruin that child himself, but also the people around them. And the conclusion is, please let your child touch grass, ma'am.
I agree. I mean, in this one single device, I mean, it is larger than your child's real life experience, because you can see so many things in internet, so many things in one single phone, and what's even more dangerous is that you couldn't actually manage to prevent any negative media to your kids. So all you have to do is just tell your kid what is wrong or what is right, because you couldn't actually prevent it. And this is what happened if you couldn't manage to do the right thing to your kid.
Okay, what a wonderful message from our fellow guest speaker. Yes.
I think I would be as much disappointed on myself more than my kid, because in the end, my kids are my responsibility. So if my kids one day it turns out to be Jamie or ataupun yang lebih anggapannya lebih rendah ya kasus kejahatannya daripada murdering, I think I would still be very disappointed in myself. Soalnya kayak, oh, I failed as a parent. I couldn't raise him better. I couldn't raise him like a normal person at least gitu. Dan kayak ngerasa akan mempertanyakan balik gitu, kayak rewind apa aja sih yang udah aku lakukan, kayak this whole thing selama ini udah ngapain aja ke anak aku gitu.
Some people just blame it to the child, like, oh, this is your fault because blah 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 blah, and the parents just kind of like, it's not my ini bukan salahku you turn out like this, it's because of your own problem gitu. But I think if my child turn out to be like Jamie, then I would feel disappointed, not only like to my kid but also disappointed with myself, like I birthed this son, I birthed this girl, like, or whatever the gender is, and my child turned out to be like this because I failed to teach them to be a better person. And I think I will feel very disappointed, like how Jamie's parents will. And I think if my child already turned out like that and the damage is not as bad as Jamie did, then I think I will just go to the therapy. Like, sometimes we need to seek out help.
Yes, and I
Yes.
think that's why Adolescence's first and last episode is mainly focused on the family and how the family is impacted by what Jamie did, because the series want us to know that this is what happened if you couldn't raise your kids well, if you didn't protect your kids well from the internet. I mean, that's why you can see that how denial the parents at first, and you can see in the last episode how disappointed they are to themselves. Yeah. No, actually, the parents in
Right.
Adolescence is quite like a decent parents in my point of view, that they take care of Jamie so much, but they just lack of this, knowledge of how dangerous internet is, and they think that Jamie just, locking himself in the room and always just, doing some kid stuff is just normal to them.
Yes.
And can I say this? Maaf ya, karena itu kalau anu potong aja.
It's okay.
But his father, saya lupa namanya, but his father tells that our kids is fine. What's wrong with the phone and stuff? He could be watching porn, and that's okay. That's what kids do. And itu yang buat mereka jadi kayak merasa, oh ya udah, pakai HP itu nggak apa-apa. Soalnya apa sih yang bisa anak-anak temukan di HP itu gitu.
I think I've already mentioned before, but I'm actually coming from someone that get early access of internet, and since my mother doesn't know about technology that much, so I kind of abused those, and and it's very dangerous, and thankfully I do not become like Jamie, but I know that that's very dangerous. And
I mean, what is the first time you actually use your phone?
I think it was like when I was fifth grade in elementary school.
I was in my second grade.
Oh,
yeah, I think it's kind of make like a bad impact to me, because media just been consuming me. So what am I doing is that it's just like mencari jawaban di internet gitu.
Yes.
Kayak bukan dalam artian nyari jawaban tugas atau kayak gimana, but like what am I supposed to do? Then I search it on Google, I ask on GPT and all, and I just think it is just really bad if you use phone too early.
and also I think we have like some kind of segmentation of what should we watch, like regarding our age. Like for younger audience, you should watch like Cocomelon or Disney kind of stuff. Yeah, and please do not watch 100 Feet. Once again, please don't. Like if you are like a younger stuff, but if you are already in enough age, like umurmu sudah cukup untuk mengkonsumsi konten yang seperti itu, you know how to differentiate between what is wrong and what is right. And even if you watch negative content, you know that you shouldn't do that in real life. Like you just acknowledge that that thing happened, but not actually justify like, oh, it happened in that other place, and of course maybe I could actually do that too.
I think it is just really perfectly portrayed in episode 2. Pada saat polisinya itu datang ke sekolah, and then his kids yang nggak terlalu dekat sebenarnya sama ayahnya ini malah kayak, Dad, you should see it on internet, it's already so many kids doing this. Dan ayahnya tuh cuman kayak, what are you talking about, and all. Baru kayak anaknya kayak, no Dad, it is on the internet, this is what caused Jamie to kill his friend Katie gitu. Jadi kayak itu cukup direct dari episode 2 dibilang kayak, ini loh ternyata penyebabnya dari internet itu.
Also, talking about unrestricted access of internet, like even in Indonesia there are actually so many cases regarding of that.
Indeed.
Like I think back on like years ago, like there's like trend of kids, like trying to stop the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, which one? Telolet itu?
No.
Okay, they want to like hop on the bus or truck, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Like I think they want to make a content that they could stop the bus, or like some kind of vessel. Like they just like run towards them and just like in.
That's very dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous, but they did it for clout, like for content, because there's a lot of content that like that, and it encouraged them to do that, and I think it actually correlates with how Jamie ended up murdering his classmate because of the content that they've been consuming, and I think you've mentioned before that or not, I forgot, but incel culture is not very famous in Indonesia.
Yes.
But actually it's not famous, but it has a similar thing.
Patriarchy.
Yeah.
And that's what Adolescence really tells, is that kalau budaya patriarki itu yang seperti kita rasakan di Indonesia dirasakan oleh most of us gitu kan, orang-orang dewasa. Tapi kalau di Adolescence itu kayak ngomong gimana sih kalau ini tuh mindsetnya ada di anak kecil gitu. Ada di anak yang umurnya masih belia, yang masih harus dengan parental guiding dan sebagainya macam gitu. Apakah seperti yang dapat orang-orang remehkan seperti biasa, ataukah ini akan menjadi hal yang sama bahayanya seperti apa yang dirasakan orang dewasa gitu. Soalnya kayak kalau kita lihat patriarki di Indonesia, laki-laki nih yang bisa aja memang membunuh perempuan out of his ego, out of his patriarchy thing, itu bisa. Tapi kalau anak-anak kita kan jarang gitu membayangkan kalau bisa nggak sih anak-anak melakukan ini gitu. Saya sempat bahas dulu kalau anak-anak tuh kalau melakukan hal-hal yang buruk, membunuh seseorang, itu tuh pasti dari faktor eksternal. Maybe they force, maybe it is a self-defense or anything. Jarang sekali untuk anak remaja itu membunuh seseorang tanpa alasan yang jelas gitu. But in this adolescence things, dia kayak cuman gambarkan what if reasons to murder someone yang biasa dilakukan orang dewasa itu bisa terjadi di anak-anak.
It's very saddening that because like every day we could see that even like a baby, like maybe 3 years old or 4 years old already holding their phone, and I think I've seen a lot of parents that didn't really care about what their children watch, and like let them, as long as they are not screaming or throwing up things like tantrum, it's like just go play with your phone, please don't disturb me or like don't annoy me. And it's actually could be very dangerous to that child.
That's upsetting. That's really upsetting. I mean,
actually it's different, like we're already an adult, like we know, like once again, like we know how to difference between what's right and what's wrong, and we actually just consume like brain rot things. We know that it's a brain rot, that's why we enjoy it.
Apa sih yang ditangkap dari adolescence ini, and that's learning too.
We know that there is something wrong with our educational system. That's why our younger generation is like this. Like I think it's raised concern until like they change generasi emas from generasi cemas.
That term is everywhere.
Yeah.
But do you believe that generasi emas will actually happen?
I think if we actually like we fix things that should be fixed, then yeah, of course we need to be like
Yes. Sayangnya tidak semua orang tua punya setidaknya knowledge about how they should prevent their kids from get influenced by those negative impacts that are spread on the internet. Orang tua beberapa orang tua nggak punya itu, apalagi kalau kita misalnya melihat Indonesia sendiri, nggak semua orang tua well educated enough to protect their child. Ada yang ngerasa kayak yang kayak tadi Sani bilang, oh ya udah kalau misalnya anakku diam ya udah gitu, nggak perlu ku bantuin gini gitu.
Dia anak baik kok, dia cuma di rumah doang.
Are you sure,
Gitu,
miss?
no.
Are you sure?
Wow, it's very hard to be a parent.
Oh my gosh.
Kayaknya our first main goal is just lulus dulu deh.
Iya.
I think it's very complicated. Like we can actually connect adolescence into other topic because it relates to another kayak gitu, ternyambung dari yang kayak kurangnya atensi dari orang tua, terus bagaimana kayak karena peran orang tua yang sedikit dalam mengawasi anak tuh bagaimana bisa kayak menuju ke hal satu dan yang lainnya. So I think the most important message that we need to deep down into our heart is to watch our children.
Don't let your children not touching grass.
Please let them socialize.
Yes.
And even if they socialize, make sure that they socialize with right person.
Parents could actually influence kids so many.
Okay, thank you very much Agusna for sharing your talk, and thank you Kaika in the background that
Thank you too.
giving us so many insight and let us talk about many things and kind of opening our perspective into more things like education and etc. And that's conclude our episodes for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you learn a lot from this podcast because we learn a lot from this. Okay, Agusna, we actually have our own slogan.
Oh, what is that?
Okay, when I said PhD time, we're going to answer with knowledge and fun.
Knowledge and fun.
And when after you said that, we both are going to point it at the camera and say it all in one.
All in one. Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, yes sir, let's go. PhD time.
Knowledge and fun.
All in one!
Yay!